Okay, I'm back. The last video that I made was shot on November 30th of last year, and today is April 1st of 2025. So that is, we're looking at January, February, March. That was like 4 months ago. A lot has happened since then. I had just moved out of my first apartment, and now I'm here in Hollywood at my second apartment in LA, and it feels good. I love it. I'm in my studio. So why has it been 4 months since my last video? Why have I waited so long to post? Partly because it took me a second to get on my feet, obviously. Like, I moved out and it takes a second to get on your feet, you know? At that time, I was struggling to have like a steady job. I wasn't making a lot of money. So when I moved, I had to figure something out. And luckily, I got hired by a whopping 5 catering companies. I also bartend at a performing arts center in Beverly Hills and Santa Monica. So I'm super grateful for that. I'm finally in a somewhat stable position. At the time of when I moved over here, I was not working as much as I would have liked to, and I was struggling really hard, and still am to some degree. I'm working for those catering companies and bartending, and I still have to drive Uber Eats on some days to fill in the gaps. But I'm in a lot better position, and it took me a few months to kind of get that. And another reason why, the honest reason why I think it kind of took me so long to actually post that other video and start making this one, is because my brain was kind of telling me that it was a stupid idea. And I was a little bit scared too, because opening up in general is a hard thing to do. And when you want to do something like that, when you want to do anything that involves expression and opening up, your brain is going to give you 50 reasons why you shouldn't. It's going to give you 50 reasons why it's stupid. It's going to give you 50 reasons why nobody cares. And it's so easy to listen to that voice. It's so easy to make excuses for yourself. It's so easy to avoid doing anything that might make you step out of your comfort zone, because our brains are designed to do that. They're designed to limit ourselves. They really are, and it's unfortunate. It's an instinct to keep yourself comfortable. It is. And it's an artist's job to fight that on a day-to-day basis. There's a book, I don't have it with me, but there's a book that I highly recommend reading. It's called The War of Art. And I suggest anybody who's an artist reads that book, because it talks about what is called resistance. And resistance is anything that might get in the way of you doing your work, you doing anything for your art. And as an artist, it's my job to fight that. It's my job to, even though I have 50 reasons why I shouldn't do something, because it would involve putting myself out there and being vulnerable and giving other people a chance to make fun of me or write me off or criticize my art. It's my job to do it anyway. And it happens all the time. It happens all the time. And you need to remember that it's not our jobs to be perfect. You know, the other day I was gonna make a video of some sorts, and I was telling myself that my smile lines, my wrinkles were too prominent. And that is just one of the many things that your brain is going to tell yourself in order to limit you. Another one might be my voice isn't good enough. Another one might be it doesn't matter because my numbers on social media aren't big enough, so I shouldn't go do this anyway. It might be you don't look as skinny as you normally do today. There's so many things that are being thrown at us on a regular basis as artists that we have to push through and we have to fight through. The other night, I kind of had a breakdown because I was just so burnt out on everything. And I just kind of had a breaking point, and everything was feeling heavy. Everything was getting to me. I have been paying attention so hard to the numbers because that's what the industry only cares about right now, is your social media numbers. And this whole last week I had been trying to sell tickets to our show because we have to hit a number for that. All the engagement on our Instagram isn't high right now because for whatever reason. I'm posting things trying to promote our last single. It's not, everything right now seems to be revolving around numbers. And it really got to me, and I just felt very limited by everything. It kind of made me realize that because I'm paying so much attention to those numbers, it's kind of affecting how I express myself. And it really limits what I do. Because now I'm having to approach everything with like, oh, how is this going to result in the best numbers? How is this going to result in the best ROI, return on investment? Is there any ROI in making a almost 10-minute long video about my freaking feelings and experiences in this industry? Most people would probably say probably not, but I'm gonna do this anyway because I am so sick and tired of caring about numbers, and I want to make something that just makes somebody feel something. I'm done trying to impress, and I'm done trying to yield the best outcome numbers-wise. Of course, I still have to make sure things do well, and I want things to do well, but I can't keep limiting what I'm doing because I am worried way too much about how it's going to be received. And it's my job as an artist to be way more honest, to not care about the numbers, and to just make sure that everything I'm doing is real and authentic and genuine. There are brighter days ahead. I can feel the industry changing. I'm meeting more and more people every day who feel the same way. And I feel like people miss genuine art. I feel like people miss the time before everything was about numbers. And I know to some degree, numbers are there for a reason, and I'll admit that. And it is good to track your progress, but when everything is based off a number, we're gonna kill everything. So here's to holding ourselves accountable. Here's to holding myself accountable. And here is to not limiting what I say or what I do or what I make because of a number and because of being scared to maybe offend somebody, or because I'm maybe scared of how I'm gonna be perceived. I'm gonna keep sharing myself because that's what we're supposed to do as artists. That's what I feel like I need to do to grow. So that's that. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.